Hey everybody, this is Oshikorosu. I'm coming back at you for some more bloggy type stuff. So, without saying too much and being too proud of myself, I just wanted to say thank you very much. From me to you, as Belcoot suggested. Just so you know, we hit 50 family on the YouTube channel. So, what that means is, actually, I think at the time of filming this, we're at 60. Numbers don't really matter, but I do like to celebrate milestones. So, congratulations to us for hitting the 50 plus mark of the Kurosu no Kazoku, which means the Kurosu kindred or the Kurosu family. So, welcome to the family. Thank you very much. I appreciate every subscription, every follow, every like, every comment. So keep leaving them, keep telling your friends, and keep looking forward to more of this update. So just for some content of this video, I figured it would be kind of fun to do a little bit of my specs, you know, like what I game on, what I record on, what I'm recording this with. You can see, well, I can't take a picture with it because it's a camera, but I'll get something. Because like a lot of times I get a lot of people asking me, hey, what are you doing to your audio that makes it sound so good? Or what do you use to record? What is your stuff? So without further ado, well, I already took some pictures, so I'm gonna put some pictures up right in this space right here. Just a couple pictures of my desk, my PC, my beast, and while I'm putting the pictures up, I'll tell you a little bit of a story about it. So without further ado, here's a little bit of a slideshow and a little bit of a story. So when I first built this PC that you're looking at underneath the desk here, Jesus, it's such a long story. I had this old Sony Vaio desktop computer, and I thought, I didn't know anything about hardware. I was just 18 years old, and I thought, you know what? I want to upgrade it. I want to upgrade the processor, and if I'm going to upgrade the processor, I got to upgrade the motherboard. So I went and I had, I'd got this money, and I'd spent about, I think, $1,600 after it was all said and done on a motherboard and a processor, which was this motherboard and this processor. And, well, it wasn't this motherboard. That's another long story. So I got all the stuff. I got all the hardware. I was really excited. I ripped out my old computer, took everything out of the chassis, and then pulled my motherboard out of the box and decided that I was going to fit it in my chassis. But actually, I bought a full ATX board for a mid-ATX chassis, and I didn't know any of this stuff. So once I had put everything back in the box, put everything back in my computer, frustratingly enough, I mean, if you've ever assembled a computer, you know how easy it is to miss a wire. So so anyways, I had saved up more money, and I eventually bought a new case. Well, I bought a new case, and I put the motherboard in, and I got the piece of the CPU in the motherboard, and realized, oh shit, my RAM doesn't fit anymore. So time later, I ended up buying this, finally bought some RAM. So I get everything going again, and oh man, my CPU, or my PSU, my power supply unit, doesn't have the right connectors on it to fit into my new motherboard to power the processor. So again, anyways, long story short, I went through about 3 different PSUs. I went through 2 different motherboards. I finally got the right RAM. I finally got the right power supply to power both the motherboard and the GPU unit, which is the graphics processing card. And it was a nightmare. But now that I've done it, I'm excited to do it again. I'll have a lot more fun with it the second time around. So that's a little bit of a story about my little baby beast, and how it came to be, and the frustrations of building your first computer when you don't know anything about it. And one more thing, I was listening to the Mickens Brothers video today that they just released, and it was Ryan's story about how he fucking crashed a whole bunch of shopping carts into a bunch of cars when he was working there. So if you have a couple seconds, go over and laugh at Ryan's video, because it was a pretty funny story. And in response to that story, he said he got fired, and that was a whole different story. I wasn't sure he was going to talk about it. So to coax you out of your shell, I'll tell you the best, worst story I ever have of being fired from a place. I think I was about 15 years old and I was working at McDonald's and I had just recently started smoking. At nighttime, I used to work the drive-thru window all the time. And my boss wouldn't let us go for a cigarette break, so what I had ended up doing was I used to hop out the window and stand outside and have a cigarette, and that way I could get away without leaving my post. So as anybody came through, I would just hop back in the window. I mean, you get so lazy of doing things and you make shortcuts, so what I ended up doing was I ended up just sticking my head out the window and smoking. And this customer had come around the corner and I had put the cigarette on the inside windowsill. He didn't see any smoke, I guess, because he ordered and everything was fine. And here in Canada, we have currency and coin that goes up to $2 a coin. It's called a toonie. And I didn't have any change in my till, so I gave the guy this toonie and said, no, just take it. He's like, oh no, it's like $2. You know, you can't, I can't take that. I feel bad. I said, no, you just take it. Because I was nervous. He was going to see the cigarette burning. He drove up to the front to get his stuff. He backed up to my window as I was standing there having a draw off my cigarette. And he looked at me like I had 6 heads I was inside the McDonald's restaurant smoking. Sure enough, he gave me back the toonie. He felt bad for taking it, I guess. And I said, oh man, you're not going to tell my boss, are you? She's right. I mean, you're not going to say nothing. You're okay with this, right? And he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm cool. It's okay. About 2 minutes later, all I heard from the fucking window up front was, Oshie! Yeah, sure enough, he told my manager. She came back, what the fuck do you think you're doing? So I was kind of being cocky and I played it off really cool. And I said, just having a cigarette. She whipped the cigarette out of my hand, threw it out the window. She said, go home right now. And we were understaffed that night. And I said, oh, well, you know, I'll go home at the end of the shift if you want. I'll stay long enough to help you guys out. And no, you go home right now. And so I went home and I got a call the next day. Well, I got fired, so. That's my story. So there you go, vlog number 2, 50 subscriber count, and a little story to boot about a PC and about how I got fired from my first job. That's about it. So like I said, if you have some time, go check out Ryan Mickens and Ramian Mickens from the Mickens Brothers. Oh, I wanted to say thank you. I looked up some specs, hold on. My most viewed video that I've made recently, now I have some Final Fantasy 14 content from before that's been posted and it's ancient, so that doesn't count, but my most viewed video right now is the vlog entry number 1. It was just talking about the new camera I'd got that I'm filming with right now, so hopefully you guys liked it. We hit 122 views in that video. That was fantastic. And then my most liked video is my Dark Souls 3.5 episode 3.5, the Carnival episode, which was just a montage of death that was spawned by Brave Cat, who suggested me to go fight this impossible fucking dragon up in the goddamn tower, so thanks a lot, Brave Cat. At least you brought me something good, a little bit of rage, and thank you everybody for clicking the videos and watching the stuff. I mean, thanks so much. We're 60 strong, and keep telling everybody we'll be stronger. We'll have more members and we'll be doing more things. So, in closing, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button because you're gonna find more of it. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Oh. And if you're still listening, I forgot to put the specs in the, the video's turned off now, so you're just watching this over an end card. Anyways, PC specs was, I use an Intel Core i3-770K quad-core processor. I think it runs at 3 gigahertz. It's not overclocked. 256 gigabyte solid-state drive. I can't remember the name. I think it might be Kingston. I have 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. I don't know the megahertz or I don't know the numbers to them. I have an NVIDIA GeForce 680 graphics card. I use a Razer Black Widow, I think it's like the Super Edition or something, keyboard. I have a Razer Naga mouse, and I have a Razer Goliathus mousepad. And I actually have the Razer Time headset, but I don't use them anymore, so they just kind of are a decoration. I have a Logicool C920 web camera, a Nikon D7100 DSLR, which is what I'm recording, or what I recorded this on. And you see my white PS4 controller, and I use it for PC gaming and PS4 gaming, so just so you know. Bye.